What's happening, Soul Fam? It is Tarot Tuesday, Quantum Tarot time. All right, this is your Quantum Tarot reading. Today I'm going to be doing something a little bit different than I normally do, which I'm going to be actually reading your star sign, your astrological sign, your zodiac sign. So pay attention to whatever comes through based off of your zodiac, because that's what's most important right now with what we're going to be experiencing individually. So there is going to be a collective energy that we're going to be paying attention to, but most likely look for your sign, and the decks are going to change for each sign as well. So here we're going to be starting off with Aries. Before we get started, don't forget to give this video a like, comment below yes or Ascension if this feels like it vibrated for you and you need to hear this message, and don't forget to share this with your peeps to make sure that they get the heads up as well. So this is the reading that we're going to be doing for YouTube. If you want a more detailed reading that's going to be offered on Patreon, become a patron of our Ascension temple, where we learn how to do cool energy work. We have a good vibe. We get in-depth tarot readings. Last week I ended up doing channeling from Ganesha. Lots of cool stuff that are going on in there. So definitely join the crew if you're looking for that. And if you are looking to accelerate everything that you are, become the ultimate light healer, and put that into the world as a business, as a regular practice, go ahead, schedule a soul discovery call with me, where we're going to dive into your soul purpose, and we'll dive into some other aspects of yourself to see where you're at and which way you need to go. That's going to be in the descriptions below. All right, let's get started. It is Aries. All right, so I haven't even shuffled them. I'm actually sitting outside today, which is pretty dope. And I'm really feeling, I want to pull out like 4 cards. So for this side, what? Yes. Such good energy. That's all the cards we have for that. And then still, this one's gonna also be for Aries. I know you guys can't see me shuffle them. It's a little bit easier. These are way bigger, so I can't really like shuffle them down low. I need them to be like up high in my face. All right, there we go. There we go. There we go. And there we go. All right, so this is Aries, all right? First of all, the Ascended Masters want to let you know that you're seeing the situation accurately. Horus comes up telling you, yo, you're seeing things accurately. Like, you might have known that like something massive is about to happen and you don't have to worry about it, that you just have to like keep listening to, like, it's almost like you're talking to yourself to reality. And it's a pretty weird feeling if this is the first time it's happening to you, but you've learned how to accept things for what they are. And you're probably have had these like premonitions the last couple of days of like some friends that you've had that you've noticed maybe are not who they say they are, or you've probably had these revelations about yourself, like certain things in your life that you've been lying to yourself about, or you've even been able to say like, okay, I know that something massive is coming, like everything's gravy, everything's like in its place, that's what has to be happening right now, right? So Horus is telling you, which Horus is all about the subconscious mind and like the solar plexus and creativity, and Aries are very creative. You're seeing that situation accurately. Like, you are seeing reality for what it is worth. That is so hard to do. Like, you need to own that. You need to use that to your advantage. When we look at the cloud comes up with return. This has to do with your soul, okay? So there's some ancient power that's coming through your soul right here for you to really just embrace that and be everything that you are, and not be affected by like anything other than reliving your greatness. So a lot of the Aries that are experiencing this vibration, they have had rather a really magical lifetime where that magic is coming forward now, or maybe you lived like, you know, royalty in another lifetime or something like that, and that's starting to come out in front of you as well. And you might have also noticed that a lot of things are like, they feel like you've done this a couple times before, so why are you freaking out so much about it when you know it's going to play out exactly as you want it to? That's the power of your soul right now. Like right now, all the Aries that are reading this and are in alignment with this vibration, you are in alignment with your higher purpose, with your soul in this present moment. Then we have Isis, another Egyptian goddess. Okay, she's my home girl. She tells you to balance your home and career life. All right. So Aries tend to like seriously work really, really hard, and they tend not to give themselves a break. Right now is the moment for you to recognize that, like, if you've been hustling, take a break. Then also, if you haven't taken the break already, or you have taken the break, right? If you've taken the break, go ahead and like say it's time to reintegrate, right? After I came from Sedona, I was like, I don't want to get out of this Sedona chilling vibe. You know what I mean? I didn't want to be out of that vibe. But then I had to understand, like, yo, I still have things I have to do. I just can't like completely shut down. So I'm going to keep moving forward. I'm an Aries. I definitely know how that feels. And they're telling you that just do it, dude. Like, do it. Because if you do it, you're protected anyway. Like, doesn't matter what's happening right now, you're protected. Don't be like ignorant and, you know, like, be a daredevil, but just recognize like all the energy is in place for you to live your life in this vibration and really embrace a higher sense of self. You are seriously manifesting with the spiritual law of attraction with Melchizedek, who is basically telling you that you are rebuilding your foundations. All right, and you might have known that like you were making these bigger shifts so that, you know, maybe your business escalated in a different fashion, or maybe you have been in this position of like you wanted to shift to something critical in your life. Give me 2 seconds. If you've been shifting something critical in your life, like, don't worry about it. Like, you've manifested what you needed to manifest in this now moment, okay? So allow yourself to be embracing of that energy, and allow yourself to just like go with the flow. Like, everything you need, everything you want is coming to you. Why? Because you opened up a gateway of purification in your energy that is going to make you jump over or dash beyond any obstacle that's in front of you. Like, right now is like a charging period, but also like a celebration period. And like, if you've been wanting to go on vacation while still trying to work, do that. Like, if you got the opportunity to do that, like, empower yourself in that position. You created that life for you. Like, if you've been wondering like, oh man, I've been cooped up at home, I would like to go do something, do that. Like, go to the park, go up north, like whatever it is that you got to do, like go and do that, Aries, because you are in this position of you don't feel like you're bound to anything. Like, you're really feeling like these restraints that were placed on you that kept you from your ultimate freedom, which, Aries, freedom is everything to us. Like, they're coming off. You're purified. You just gotta be okay with it, all right? And like, sometimes it's hard because you have to analyze, oh, friends, oh, my own habits, oh, like, what is it that I actually wanted in my life, and why have I been chasing the wrong thing in my reality, right? And like, do I need to even chase that? Like, it's all these really profound questions that are going to be coming as you staying in your purity, like you staying in your Zen space. Like, you don't have to do anything but be in that higher vibration, and everything else is going to mold around that. So that's what I really wanted to put out there. That's all Aries energy. Okay, I'm going to put these to the side. And then we are going to go into Taurus, all right? So if you're a Taurus, we're going to be using the runes, all right? And just the runes. And they're telling me to pull out 11 for you. So Aries, you were dealing in 8, which is abundance. And it also has to do with transcendence, the shaman chakra, transcending time. You might have also noticed that time was like really off for you, Aries. Well, for a lot of other people as well. All right, almost ready for Taurus. All right, so Taurus, basically right now you got to step out of your comfort zone. Like, this is basically telling you that you're experiencing too much protection right now. You've gotten comfortable. You need to get out of your comfort zone, and you need to go for a ride. Like, you need to like do something that is going to like stimulate you. Maybe some travel, particularly. Tauruses like to like get out and do things, and like you need to understand that wherever it is, like this little castle that you've built around you, that's disservicing you now. It may have come very useful to a certain like degree in your reality, but now it's time to literally move. We have two moving vibrations here that you need to pay attention to, because one of them is going to be a moving energy that teaches you a lot. Another one is going to be like healing as well. So as long as you're choosing to move and have a shift in your reality and not stay stationary, you're going to have like some really good healing come out of it. There's going to be a little bit of a problem with that, Taurus. Like, you need to understand that like sometimes you have to push yourself, and it's not always about like what you want and how you want to live your life and being completely disconnected from whatever it is that you're experiencing at this current moment. Like, you get in your good space, but you need to also understand that good space can also be a trap. Like, not just in the terms of protection, but because like you're really good at creating barriers, and you're really good at creating walls. And you can create a labyrinth around you that keeps you like internally protected, but it also doesn't let you grow beyond those walls itself. Like, you need to be able to say, okay, I'm gonna reconnect with some friends, like some old connections, or even just go out in earth and be really like grounded in earth. That's another thing that I know Tauruses are really into, like the earthy vibrations. So you need to really just put yourself in this understanding of it's community time, but also like just being able to say like community is more than just like friends and family. It could be nature, it could be like connecting with your own divinity. You need to step out of like this kind of like cycle you're in and walk into other areas of your life. It's not even talking about creating new areas of your life. It's literally like walking into other areas of your life that you have neglected. And this fate is going to bring you a lot of enlightenment, a lot of light, okay? So that light is going to allow you to see other successes that are awaiting you in your reality. The problem here is just like you've gotten too comfortable with your home, and you've gotten too comfortable with how things are happening for you. Money's on the way. Maybe you're not really struggling for money anyway, but you know that you're taken care of and things are on the way, but you're stuck not birthing something that is necessary for you to move. And since Taurus energy is very like headstrong energy, like the energies here are, the runes are telling you the lessons that you need to understand so that this energy gets moved out of your way. They're not necessarily saying that they're going to heal you, and they're not even trying to heal you, because when we do quantum tarot, at least the way Antojai Quantum Tarot is done, like you get a healing while you're getting this reading, okay? So it doesn't matter what modality, what structure of divination we're using. So the runes are not particularly healing you. They're more so like clearing the way so you understand what your biggest trap is, and you as like this earth like strong energy have to come to this conclusion of saying, okay, I'm gonna make a movement forward, right? And I'm gonna like just listen and like get out of my comfort zone and grow in a very specific direction, which is everywhere, right? Like you can just expand. And if you do a lot of qigong, this is the time to like really start stepping into like that earthy qigong stuff that you're doing. Really just try to connect with other environments other than your immediate castle, okay? That's Taurus right there. I'm gonna put the runes back. Gemini is next. So Gemini is going to actually get the cosmic dice, okay? So we're gonna go ahead with the root chakra first. The root chakra says Uranus. There are some things that are there in your root chakra tied to fear, tied to safety, tied to like who you really are, your structure, your foundation of reality. This has to be changed. This has to be overcome. This has to be modified. You need to confront the fear directly, and that lies in the neutrality of your own vibration, not being taken too much to the left or too much to the right, because that cannot be of serving. Your emotions are ascending right now. It's your sacral chakra. So your emotions are really ascending, and they're letting you know that you're gonna find clarity in it. Right now, your root chakra is going through the subconscious realm, the moon, right? It's going through like your internal divine feminine, but your emotions are coming to the surface on some of those issues that you have been hiding in that root chakra. So you need to give yourself like this opportunity to grow and ascend, and allow yourself at the solar plexus to analyze and logically see the good vibration behind it, because again, we have another sun underneath. Okay, so your minds and your emotions are both transcending some of this like subconscious fear, this subconscious power that you've been denying yourself. And then here we have Pluto again with another sun, and that's basically telling you there's something inside of you that has to die right now. It's dying, and it's forcing you to look directly into your shadow and directly into the core foundations of what have created this reality for you. Then we have Mars again with the moon underneath, authentically there we go, authentically, with your throat chakra. People want to find their voice, they want to share their wisdom, they want to live a higher truth, right? So you need to understand that right now, all this self-reflection at the root chakra is just to transition you into a more authentic state that you asked for. It has nothing to do with like, oh, this is the cosmos working against you. Like, you aligned yourself in this present time, in this present moment, right? Like with the cosmic weather that's happening right now, so you could go through these lessons at a greater like perception of reality. Intuitively, at your third eye, you have a lot of abundance coming your way. You don't even have to worry about, you know, the structure of your abundance particularly, because it's just there. Like, it's going to show up when it needs to show up. Right now, what you're supposed to be experiencing is shifting that root chakra out of that stage of fear. Okay? And then at the crown chakra, we have the subconscious mind with Venus, which has to do with love. So like, if Gemini, if you have not started finding yourself like questioning about love, or like maybe connecting with a person that, I don't know, makes you feel a certain kind of way because they're different than what you've experienced before, you feel like this ancient connection. Right now, you're stepping into the vibration of being able to accept twin flame relationships, soul flame relationships. Like, this vibration is actually affecting a lot of different signs. But for right now, you guys are going to be gravitating in that direction, because what you need to do is resolve some trauma and some karma that you've been wanting to get out of your life so you can move forward. So allow yourself to really like understand that this is a small process that's just dealing with fear. No matter how difficult it seems, no matter how intense it gets, like ultimately you're just dealing with fear. So like, even if you choose to love your fear, this whole ascension process in between is going to be a lot easier for you, Gemini. Okay? All right. So now we have Cancer. Cancer, you have the Dragon deck. So the runes were at a number 11 for the Taurus, and for Gemini it was 7. So 11 for Taurus, you guys are going through like an ascension stage. This is something that's necessary for your ascension. You're in an ascension journey. For Gemini at 7, you guys are learning how to overcome some issues in your life. Okay, and for Cancer, we're gonna pull out 3, is what I'm being told. So you guys are being worked on the solar plexus. Okay, there's a 4th one that also wants to come out, and this is like basically saying why it's happening. Okay, so Cancer, we first have the Golden Atlantean Dragon. It helps you remember the wisdom from Golden Atlantis. Awaken, bring back your knowledge, gifts, and talents. Reclaim your mastery. So if you're a Cancer and you've been like downloading things from another lifetime, or you've been really connecting with like these higher levels of vibration when it comes to alchemy, you're right where you need to be, okay? Like you are activating some soul knowledge that's right there. That vibration is going to be like really, really powerful for you. And the reason why it's happening is very similar to Aries. Like you're bringing purification into your life with the Archangel Gabriel's dragon. Self-discipline will speed your ascension and bring joy. You can carry Archangel's diamond. So basically, like if you choose to like stay on your path and you keep focusing on this energy right here, like things are just going to keep clearing themselves out. Like even if you're going through some sort of like BS in your life right now, like that can easily be shifted because of the fact that like it's not an issue. It's not there, right? So like you're in your own divinity, so that issue doesn't exist and it'll calibrate itself for you. We have the rainbow dragon. It brings the leap of joy into and opens new doors. Have trust, rediscover wisdom, expect miracles, accept opportunities. Didn't I just say like if you have any blockages, you're pretty much gonna have like this vibration of like things just get cleared out for you, right? So you need to trust the fact that you've been having these downloads. You need to also like accept again the wisdom that is coming to you, okay? And like if you have self-discipline while holding on to the trust of this whole entire process, that's going to speed up everything, okay? The whole reason for it happening is the gold green dragon from Sirius. It brings universal knowledge to your spiritual pathway. Learn about spiritual technology, be a transmitter of sacred knowledge. You are one of those people, Cancer, if you've aligned yourself with this video, doesn't matter what time space you see this, 20 years into the future or the day of, like right now this message is for you because time and space is an illusion. So you are being called upon yourself to open these sacred doorways into your vibration because you are like a library. You're one of the incarnates of the Akashic records, and when you open that inside of yourself to the levels of knowledge that you hold inside of yourself, you transmit that into the collective consciousness, and the collective consciousness has like a very profound shift into its own knowledge and like perception. Like ancient wisdoms are coming to you. Remember that like many societies have fallen because no society is perfect. So don't allow yourself to get caught in this illusion though that like, oh, because you lived in Atlantis and we had it really like gravy there, that it was beyond its limitations and its issues, right? Like you need to understand that whatever's coming to you is to absorb it, modify it, and like apply it. Is not to absorb it, relive it, repeat history, right? Because Atlantis sucked. So we don't want to get there again. You want to create a new vibration out of that. And as a gatekeeper of the Akashic records and this knowledge that's coming to you, you need to be that transmitter, like that transmuter. It comes out this energy and you can shift it in all these different directions that are very helpful for not just you, but everyone around you. You're very powerful. You have a lot of good energy going on right there. So now we have Leo. And Leo, we're going to be doing the Ascended Master deck. They're asking me to pull out 5. So there was 3 for the solar plexus, the mind for the Cancers, and a 4th one saying that you're in your heart chakra as well. Which is you're working on your astral body and your mind, or your heart center and your mind. Okay. So Leo, we have 5 cards for the throat chakra. This has something to do with your authenticity, okay, and finding out some truths that really lie within yourself. White Tarot tells you that may compassion guide you. Leo, you are experiencing the new moon in Leo. You went through the Lion's Gate. You have a lot of fire energy. You have to learn how to control that fire energy. Like, a wild lion eventually gets hunted down and gets killed if it steps over its boundaries and spaces that it's not being called for. All right, so like, since you're having the hardest brunt of this energy coming through, like, you may feel really empowered. May feel like nothing can stop you, and that like you wish somebody would test you. You know what I mean? But you need to understand that like with great power comes great responsibility. You can't just go ham on everything that doesn't go your way or doesn't vibrate. So you need to learn that compassion, understanding that like you may have all this vibration that makes you feel like super powerful, and it's something that's not supposed to be taking over your consciousness and making you feel like you're better than other people. If that's your vibration, you need to get your shit together, all right? Because the white buffalo woman is basically telling you need to ground yourself, because you're not necessarily grounded right now. I open myself to the wisdom of the divine feminine. Like, the divine feminine is also very chaotic energy, and if you're experiencing the Lion's Gate as a Leo, male or female, and then like you're also like understanding the power that you have, you're manifesting, you're doing things for your life. Amazing. No one's saying don't manifest, don't keep that strong energy that's coming through. Learn how to curtail it. Learn not to be triggered, because everything that force of energy that you have, when you apply it to positive things, you know awesome things happen. When you apply it and you just let like these small bursts of energy go out because of like a minor inconvenience or something that doesn't make you feel good, you're still manifesting in that direction. Like, it's time for you to get a hold of your energy and understand that you can take your energy and continuously direct it in one direction. And because you have so much force right now, don't waste your time directing or applying that energy and feeling inconvenienced or having anger towards anyone or being afraid of anything. Like, you need to get out of your own way and embrace that potential, because you are literally rebirthing so much in this moment, Leo. Sanat Kumara comes up. Guide my soul to the ancient scrolls. Again, like, you're creating new things, you're creating new reality. Sanat Kumara has to do a lot with like the vibration of the cosmos and like the soul body of the cosmos. So like, you really have to understand right now that like you have divine potential that can right now like create a lot of like resistance, even though you're not trying to do that actively. Not saying that it's going to collapse your manifestations or anything like that, because you got what you got, but like you can make the road for yourself so much easier if you kind of just learn to harness that power on the inside and like use it wisely, use it with compassion, use it when you have this wisdom of being told to use it, right? Like, it's very similar to Aries. Like, Aries, it was feeling the vibration of like having everything it wants, knowing what's really good, but just being present with their own power and understanding that everything's zen right now, right? Like, you're supposed to be empowering yourself with this zen vibe. Like, for Leo, like, you need to be empowering yourself in the present moment by being zen and choosing to use the energy when you need to. You don't carry a gun and just shoot it randomly just because it feels good. Like, if you have a gun, you use it only in certain circumstances. You go to shooting range, you go hunting, like maybe, you know, God forbid, like a situation comes up where you need to like use it in self-defense. Like, you know, there's this raw power that comes with the methodology of the manifestation of a gun. Like, right now you are a loaded gun, so like you can't just go off all the time or like burst these bullets in all directions, because it's not always going to be convenient. And what if you're wasting bullets and you're not using them wisely? So hello, you know what I mean? You need to really be wise right now. Lady Nada particularly is telling you to like open yourself to the greater family as well as you open yourself to the ancient scrolls. So like, open yourself to honoring something about your heritage that you haven't like been doing. Honor something about yourself. Honor something greater about reality itself. Like, you need to be in this position of surrender and like compassion and love. Lady Nada and White Tara, like, straight up, they're saying the same thing. Like, love should be what's guiding you, not the sheer force of power. And these are two divine feminine cards that are telling you, with the white buffalo woman, what wisdom inside of the divine feminine you need to keep straight up in your mind. And then we have two masculine cards right here. Then we have Lord Maitreya and I am the source of all that is. Like, this is for you to really step into your full power as a Leo, right? But you need to also understand that it's not always about power. Like, being able to hold your power and use it wisely when you desire to use it, and when the situation calls for it, allows you to really step into this higher vibration of like, oh, okay, like I got this shit on lock, right? So it makes your life easier. Listen, this is the wisdom to finding your authentic reality that you may have been missing for quite some time, Leo. Listen. Virgo, we have the Native American deck here. And my Native American deck is saying, like, we need to talk, okay, Virgo? Don't know who you are, but you need to get it together, is what they're saying. I don't know what they're saying yet, though. Okay, ready? It's handling us 5. They warn you emphatically against self-deception. Right now, Virgo, if you're in this shit space where, like, you're trying to combat your own shadow and, like, not being affected by your shadow, like, you need to understand that everything's gravy if you want it to be gravy. Like, there's only resistance in which we cause ourselves because we're not in alignment with the vibrations that we're supposed to be having in that present moment. So you need to be able to say, okay, like, I understand shit might feel weird or off or scary, but it's all in my head. Like, I can change it with my perception of reality. That's what's going to open up abundance in your reality, okay? So if right now you're struggling with abundance, you're really 3D, 4D right now. Like, you're not at that position of, like, saying that you're living at 5D. Like, Leo is living at 5D and 6D. Like, Aries is living at, like, 5D and 6D because we're going through that fire energy. Like, shit's just happening. Taurus is really living that, like, 4D, 5D energy. Gemini is living that 4D, 5D energy. Cancer is living that 5D energy and summoning more of that, like, 9th dimensional, 6th dimensional energy within the 5th dimension. You right now are 3 to 4D. You're at one of the lowest vibrations right now in the whole entire zodiac. And this is all because it's all just in your head. Like, Virgos can get in their heads real easy and then, like, they build shit up. Like, don't do that right now. That's not the time for you right now. Like, get this out of your mind. You're going to see the finances change and other things happen to you. Plus, whatever's going on right now, again, another 9 and it's a hermit and it comes up upside down. They warn you emphatically against self-deception because you're supposed to be taking this time right now to meditate and really attune yourself to something higher. All right, so if you can allow yourself to embrace the fact that whatever's happening right now is for your highest good, you're going to open up the doorway to abundance itself. And you need to also, like, learn to be positive within yourself. Like, you need to stop escaping to see positivity in, like, maybe, like, substances or other people. Like, you need to find the courage and the strength to stand alone within yourself and be happy with yourself, to allow, like, these higher vibrations of energy to come up. Because again, this comes up upside down, the trapper telling you that, like, you don't really believe in yourself wholeheartedly, entirely, okay? The longest journey is the journey within, and what's happening right now in terms of matter is for you to wake up and understand that there's a greater purpose for what's going on right now. They wanted me to pull a 6 instead. They want you to understand that there is this vibration of low self-esteem and low confidence. So get over that issue in your system and you will be able to align yourself with a higher vibration. 6 here is telling us all about the third eye, your intuitive centers, your greater subconscious. Your greater subconscious is getting a hold of you and is not allowing you to see the greater scope of reality. Get real. Now we're going to go into Libra. All right. So this is Libra. Libra is being told 7 cards. 7 has to do with harmony, has to do with your life, okay? And the yin deck has to do with the subconscious centers of reality. So you're more so in the divine feminine. You're more so vibrating with a certain vibration of the subconscious. All right, so we got 7 cards. You're in a really high heart space, like Libra, you have a lot of energy in your heart space. You are activating that heart chakra. You are magnetizing things to your reality. You are not accepting no for an answer. But like with that energy comes like a lot of love, okay? And you have this vibration of love that like sometimes gets really wild, and it entrenches itself in like places where it's not being called. So keep that love energy, use it. Think of it as like tantric energy. When you have so much love energy and you treat it like tantric energy, you're saving that energy for manifestation. A lot of you are trying to manifest like a better connection with like maybe your significant other that you currently have, or if you're single, then you're trying to manifest your twin flame, your soulmate, right? So understand that you're in this magical movement center. Let me get some water. Understand that you're in this wonderful, magical, water-like vibration. Everything's moving towards you because you've opened your heart in that way. They just want you to really like connect and hold this energy while you make those movements. It's going to be a lot easier for you. You're overcoming illusions in your reality, and you're overcoming like the general fact of like who you think you should have been, and like how maybe your baser senses have been fooling you from being a higher vibration of yourself. So you need to understand that like while that happens, there are some weird shifts that happen that are like, whoa, that was like really unexpected, and you know that they're happening for a greater reason. Even when it seems scary, just know that you're protected. Like everything's just shifting around to acclimate to this heart energy that you have, okay? And this is such a great energy that I'm feeling. It's very happy, it's very like open, and like when you embrace this energy and you just let movement move the illusion and know that you're just protected this whole entire time, you're gonna align yourself with a really beautiful reality. Right now you're going through a metamorphosis, and that metamorphosis is to align you with the shot that you desired. Whatever you were thinking of in the Aquarius full moon, whatever it was that you were thinking about through the Lion's Gate, this energy right here is all for you. Like this is your this is your manifestation. So you need to just be like zen, because you're going through the shift to embrace that manifestation itself. And you don't have a lot of movement, like not too much like abrupt movement whatsoever. They do remind you that like everything takes time. So like you need to take certain kinds of steps. You guys are at a 4D almost 5D level right now. The Libra is, because you're embracing a lot of that 5D heart energy, but you're shifting from like a lower dimension into this, and your illusion has to shift, meaning that you're at a lower dimensional level, not just the 5th dimension. And as you're shifting from the 4th into the 5th dimension, you're protected, so the 5th dimension fully embraces your manifestation. But while you're making that shift all the way over, it might be a little bit difficult as this right here shifts itself, okay? So they remind you, it doesn't matter what's happening in your life, do not give in to like the illusion of feeling like negative about whatever's going on, okay? Like you need to know that it's happening for a greater reason, and that you're going to be totally okay when you come out of it, okay? So you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and this is the last one, 7. You got a lot of joy coming to your life. The song comes out and she's telling you like, chill, Axe, like this energy is going to make you real happy. It's going to get you right where you got to be. Don't waste this heart energy. Do not waste that heart energy. Let it guide you. Let it guide you into happiness. You got this. It's awesome. Okay. So now we're going to go into Scorpio. Ooh, Scorpio is summoning the Lady Isis deck. Okay, the Scarabito. So let's go ahead and see this in action for Scorpio. We are ready. We're going to pull out 4 to 5 cards, he says. You're in the Temple of Carnelian right now. You're embodying all that Leo energy that came from the Lion's Gate and is coming through this new moon. You have that Leo energy super strong inside of you. Allow yourself to just embrace the royalty that you are, Scorpio, but also remember, just like Leo, don't allow yourself to snap at everything. Scorpios have a tendency of snapping when things don't necessarily go their way. and they internalize a lot of things. Like, understanding that you have a lot of power is not letting things build up until they explode. Like, you need to put yourself in this position of speaking your truth whenever it is that's necessary, and embracing that as a power to keep yourself balanced. When you're able to do that, you can then use like really high vibrational fire energy for your energy magic. But it all has to do about love. Like, right now you're going through this temple of black obsidian of understanding how love itself is what you need to be answering the deepest, darkest truths that you hold inside. Because if you don't answer these things with love, you're not going to open up more vibration, okay? So right now, you're also, I feel like, more that love energy that's coming from like the soul mates and the twin flames that are manifesting themselves right now in a lot of people's lives. Like, you need to really understand that this vibration right here, you got to embrace love over anything else and balance yourself with that vibration. The scales of balance, it's a time, again, for you to balance your soul with your earthly life, okay? So remember, you have a lot of power. You got to balance yourself out with love. Scales of balance. I literally said that before the card actually even came out. You got a lot of abundance coming your way, so don't worry about anything else. Like, nothing else really matters right now other than you learning to temper your power with love, okay? And answering any shadows that you have in your system right now with love, Scorpio, because it's all about balancing the scales right now. It's all about finding your own inner justice, and every justice can be answered with love. Like, even if love can seem harsh at some degree, that comes with power, right? But as long as we're not letting the sheer power take over us and make us snap in certain areas of our life, because we're working in love, you're gonna find everything falls right into place how it's always supposed to be falling into place for you. All right, this is Scorpio. Good energy there. Just have to like temper yourself, put yourself in that Zen vibe space. So now we're gonna go into Sagittarius. Sagittarius has the male cloud deck that I'm being told to use. Male cloud deck for Sagittarius. And I'm being told it'll be a possibility of 5 to 7 cards. So the number of cards that come out are relative to the chakra that is affecting you during this time. So Sagittarius, you are protected. Don't even forget about anything. That's the first thing you gotta know. You're protected. You're also going to like fire energy. So just go with the Zen space. Take this time to rest, okay? It's time for you to just take a break. Like, whatever's been going on was huge, and now it's time to just be like, everything's gravy, everything's protected. I'm just gonna take a little breather here because it's time to coast and enjoy my life with the happiness that is coming through here, because there is so much light coming through, girl, and it just feels so delicious. And my foundations have been restructured, and I'm jumping over a bunch of BS that's there that no longer serves me. And I'm also healing my divine twin essence, the twin flame, a soul flame. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards right there, and I even still feel like there's an 8th that can be pulled out. 8 would be another transcendence card. 8 actually ends up being the loop, which is like infinity itself. Like, this is something that's happened to you previously in another lifetime, and like, you have again aligned yourself with this higher truth in your soul about that lifetime. So similar to Aries and similar to Leo, like, the fire signs are on hot shit right now. Like, they are in their zone, and 2 signs are being told like, yo, just chill right now. Like, Sagittarius has probably got the most smoothest energy right now because they're protected. They're being told by the dark to take a rest, because the song, everything's happy, and the light and the dark, okay, are out at the same time. The sisters, the divine sisters, and they're singing a song of happiness. Chill acts, because you have so much light energy coming through that's restructuring your foundations at the earthy. Whoa, like, so much great energy right here. It's saying like, this has happened before. This is all about a transcendence. This is something This is like a divine treasure that has come to you now to help you fall into like a higher vibrational state. So just coast right now. Like if you've also been thinking about going on vacation or whatever, like it's time for you to go on vacation, like live your life. That's what's up right now. Like fire signs have it going on. Leo just has to like stay tempered. All right. We have Capricorn. Capricorn is going to be this vibration, and so is Aquarius, I'm being told. Aquarius is going to have a second deck in there. So Capricorn, we have 3 to 5 cards. You need to start journaling, you need to start writing, you need to start asking yourself some deep questions, because Thoth is all about like wisdom and knowing yourself and diving into it and getting nitty gritty. Like you need to put yourself there. Surround yourself with crystals and do some feng shui work. Like make your house feel better, like move some furniture, buy some mirrors, like get some plants, like make your space spruce up. But you need some more energy in your life, and you need to like unclutter your mind a little bit. There's some stuff in your mind that's been sitting there, and I feel like it's very like you don't feel halted, but you're feeling a little bit stressed. So like you need to write to get that stuff out, and also like move the energy, the feng shui energy in your house, and that's gonna help you like fall into a better state. Like you gotta keep working your magic, yo. Like don't stop right now. Saint Germain is all about the violet flame right now, and that's what I've been like really into lately because of the Aquarius full moon. The violet flame is all about transmuting and transcending energies that no longer serve us. So you need to be in that position of saying, okay, like I'm gonna embrace that vibration and I'm gonna go deep into it, and being persistent in that vibration. You can do it. Don't stop. Like all you had to do is declutter your solar plexus and your throat chakra. 3 to 5 cards, right? So 3 cards would have been the solar plexus, 5 cards would have been the throat chakra. Throat chakra has to do with wisdom and authenticity. Solar plexus has to do with the mind. So like you need to get some stuff, some deeper truths out of your system by writing, okay, those things out and changing your vibration. Like spruce it up and be persistent on that change until you feel good. You don't really have much other of a blockage than that. So then we're going to go ahead and do Aquarius again with this same deck. Okay. 5 cards exactly, they tell me. Ooh. And then they also want me to pull out the Yin Cloud deck for Aquarius as well. Okay. All right. So Aquarius, it's time for you to meditate and you need to meditate and you need to find your true voice. It's time to meditate and find your authenticity. All right, that's what they're basically trying to tell you in this present moment. Isis is telling you you got to balance your home and career life, and that's been one of the things that's been really causing you a bit of stress in your mental zone. So you need to go ahead and, again, meditate and find yourself in your most authentic space, what it is that you're going to be doing, because meditation is going to clear out the mind, and then that's going to actually bring out the balance that you're looking for, right? You are seeing the situation clearly for what it is and accurately, but your mind is still really cluttered right now. Like, you just make moves to unclutter your mind and your home space and you'll be fine, all right? Also, you need to write or find some other way to clear out any like stagnant emotions that are sitting there underneath the surface. Like, you seriously gotta like find that vibration. If you do not, you're gonna be stuck again. So like, you just need to write. If you don't like to write, then like figure out, I don't know, something else that makes you feel like you can get rid of your emotions. Not suppress your emotions, but legit like find a middle ground of saying, okay, like this is what makes me feel happy, this was what makes me feel like in my zen. Okay, It's time to still work on your feng shui and your crystals and wearing crystals and putting all that energy on you. And also, it's a moment for you to start really tapping into more energy work. The wave has to do with energy and movement of energy, magic itself. So you need to put yourself in this position of practicing Quantum Reiki, Antojai Alchemy, chakra mirror, the neurocodes. Like, put yourself in that position of practicing your energy work and clear out whatever's there. Like, even if you're not healing yourself, just practicing energy work just for the hell of it is going to really open up a lot of energies for you in general. Then we have finally Pisces. So Pisces is still going to be dealing with the yin cloud. All right. We're going to do 3 of the yin cloud. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to do 2 of the yang cloud for Pisces. And I just pull out whatever it is that the cards tell me to do. Okay, 2 of these. 1 and 2. Okay. Now the Ascended Masters deck, pull out a 1, and I'm going to put it on the 3rd card they want me to put out. Pisces, you got a big message if they want a very special organization for you. Okay. And then the Isis deck on the 4th one. And the Native American on the 2nd. Okay. Pisces, this is for you. You subconsciously have a wish that has been fulfilled and it is coming your way. Do not turn away the power. Stay in alignment with knowing that this is coming your way and accept it when it comes through. Do not be shy to embrace that vibration. You went on a vision quest. You've been trying to connect with harmony. You've been trying to connect with a higher sense of self that it has allowed you to connect to your inner child and summon the magic within your inner child to fulfill this wish. All right? So one of the things you need to understand is, like, small steps will get you there. So, like, just because you know this big ass wish is coming your way doesn't mean you have to, like, take it all at once, right? Like, you got to be able to say, like, small strides will still get me to my goal. You know, just making movement towards my goal is what's going to align me, because your inner child is still awakening itself with its magic that is aligning your previous manifestation in harmony with this present moment, right? And if you guys can see, there's a spirit, there's an aspect of himself outside of his body, right? That's the inner child. That manifestation, the present you, the manifestation which is now, is still orchestrating itself through the inner child to create this harmony into your present life. Okay, so really pay attention to that. That's your sacral chakra. Okay, those are the emotions you need to really hold on to. You have a lot of positivity and good things that are coming your way, Pisces. So just really be embracing the glow. A lot of people are going to be recognizing you for the work that you've done and, like, the vibrations that you've been putting out there. There's a really good vibration right there. Just stay in this kingly energy, this royal energy. King Solomon with your priorities. King Solomon, when he had his own glow that everybody was like, whoa, this guy, right? Like, you're in that vibration, but stay true to your priorities. Don't let anybody else get you away from that. Know that with the Thunder card, consciously, you have a ton of luck on your side. Like, so much luck is coming your way. You just have to really, like, fully 100% embrace that. You have a lot of vibration coming out that has to do with, like, accessing the lower dimensions and bringing them into a higher fruition. So just be okay with that. Like, know that, Artemis, can you please move? He gets so jealous when I do, like, my tarot. He's like, no, why are you touching your cards? Why aren't you touching me? So basically, like, this is basically telling you, like, your luck, Pisces, is really, like, deep in there, and it's being summoned through like these lower vibrational forces that are basically the primordial elements. So you can tap into like this higher vibrational self because you're tapping into your core. It's really great energy, and this is going to help you jump across any imbalances that are there, any obstacles that present themselves, Pisces. You have nothing really to worry about other than, you know, just staying on your priorities and like allowing yourself to like really embrace your wish that you ended up putting out there. Okay, so this is the reading for our Tarot Tuesday based off of your sign, and these are some of the things that you needed to pay attention to. I'm sending you all of my love. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and share this with the people that you feel like need to really hear this message. And if you're looking for one-on-one coaching, don't forget to schedule an appointment with me below to see where you're at and if we can bring you to your ultimate potential. That's always my goal, to help you reach everything that you are. Sending you all my love. I will see you on the Patreon edition of the reading, where I'm going to dive deeper into the cosmos, and I'm going to dive deeper into some subconscious elements that will help you really navigate the rest of this moon cycle. All right, talk to you later.